Alright. We have a proper actual boat this time. And also a rather moist statue of Lenin over here. Actually, Lenin or Stalin, I'm not sure which. I was saying Stalin earlier, but... Alright, I guess we're gonna stop the boat over here then. Lenin was bald. Let's see. Not quite bald, but close. Actually, pretty close to bald. That might be Lenin. Yeah, I'm getting Lenin vibes. Now that I take another look. Good job, idiot. You dumb fuck. Oh, this is what I find the melodies for. Okay. Here. That proves he's American. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's not attract all the wildlife. You'll summon a whale. Maybe I want to. Did you ever consider that? Alright, so we're searching for gear, and we're also searching for information about where some nuclear fuel rods are. So we can power a submarine. What's going on in here? I said nuclear, dumbass. I didn't say nuclear. Hey, I came in peaceful. You guys wanted to pull some shit? Where's this fucking Wild West saloon ass place? Oh.
Much better.
Da 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 ba ba. Ooh. That looks like a bad place to go. Oh, fuck. I thought it already exploded before I got back there. There are some people in your Fallout group who say nuclear. Well, you need a new Fallout group then, buddy. Alright, let's try to sneak in here now that I know these people are hostile. I came up with them peaceful like, and they're like, nope. Nice hat. Can I have it? I guess they saw me do that. Oh well. That's fine, it's just a little side story DLC I don't need to worry about making people happy. I like the jaunty piano though. Ah, fuck it. Hey. You, how about one in the face? Right there. Alright, he survived a bullet in the face. I'm impressed. Hi. I was waiting for that to happen. Guy's got balls, I'll tell him that. Ow. Sneaky fuckers. You know what?
Much better.
Go incendiary on these people. Your ass on fire. I don't have any reloads on this stuff though. Enjoy. Enjoy being warm for the rest of your life, bitch. You know what they say, light a campfire for a man and he'll be warm for the rest of the night. Set the man on fire and he'll be warm for the rest of his life. Right, buddy? See, he knows. That's definitely how it goes, Kai. You heard it differently, then you heard it wrong. Alright, let's go back to regular ammo. Knives. I'll take those wrench points because I have full knives. Hey bud, I have a knife. Did he die from the knife hitting him in the hand? I dodged the knife in his finger right here, and he died. That's amazing. That's true, doggo. You immolate past a certain height on your body, you can't scream because the fire's using up all your air. Yep. That's science. Hey lads. You guys appear to be somewhat blind. Damn, he got away. You guys are in trouble. You shouldn't have attacked me the first time I came up here. We could have been friends. But no. It's like almost a kind of wound, the hangnail. The hangnail of death. Also, how are these people tall? How have these people lived here as long as they have? And this music on loop has not driven them insane yet.
Too much TV is bad for your eyes.
I'll take that. Ah, blessed silence. Hey. Surprise. Surprise I missed. That was right on his head. Where you going, buddy? Repetition makes them feel safe. Is that a thing? Is that a psychology thing? I got a little red on me. Who's this person? I heard a yell. Somebody else around here somewhere.
Shit, I just have to end up in this fucking mess.
Ooh. Hey. Have that. Hold on to that for me, would you? I'll come back for it in a second. Yeah, I know he's surrendering. I don't care. Lock him. This is America. That's a lot of guitars. And whatever you call these ones. No, let's not play the musics.
Отличная находка.
Of course, Dogler, there's also a problem on the opposite end of that.
Отличная находка.
Repetition can be very unsettling because you hear that same song over and over again too often, it'll drive you goddamn insane. Balalaika, that's the one. Thank you, Kai. Heard of that before. I knew I'd heard of the name before, but I just couldn't remember it. I think there's at least one more guy out there somewhere, though. I like to use a fish as a bookmark. I don't know about you guys. The fish makes a good bookmark. Definitely. Tracker is not beeping anymore. Is it upstairs? Ah. Damn it, Steam. Alright. Where are you beeping from? Outside? Okay. Oh, the little sub-building on the outside, okay. Let's see. I had just enough time to think, oh shit, before I exploded. Man, where's my autosave? I would like to hear a balalaika. Well, that's a good autosave. Or did I manually save? I don't remember. I reflexively hit F5 so often in games that I don't even remember anymore. I only remember doing it. Okay. Oh. I disarm this?
This stuff is mine now.
Ah! Did they set that up on purpose? To be aligned just for that one specific... Does he... Is that a random loot he can say when he loots things sometimes, or... Did they say that specifically for when he disarms the landmine? Because if so, then kudos. Alright, let's take a look at these new weapon parts. Also, is that what I was detecting in here? Probably. Oh. First fire. Only fire 3 bullet bursts? Nope, I'm out. No thanks. Hate 3 round bursts. Eh. Ooh, suppressor. Okay, yes. I'll take that damage loss to put a suppressor on my pistol. Like, yeah, things not beeping anymore. That was what it was detecting. Okay. Oh. Oh. It's only detecting an enemy now, I think. I think red means enemy? You know what, let's give it a look. Still getting the feel for this new detector. Red mean enemy? That's just back up there. Is that the enemy that I left alive? Well, whoever it is, seems like it might be far enough away that I might not care. But we'll have a little peek. Sure. Oh, that's right, I got killed after the first time I was in here, so I got this loot yet again. Ah. Fuck. Damn it. Keep failing my perception checks on those things. Okay. There it is. Oh, that's what the detector was picking up. Okay. Alright, well we're done there. I don't have any other leads right now. Right over here somewhere. There it is. I'll have that.
Talk about mining for resources.
Okay. That was definitely on purpose. Kudos. Kudos to you, game developers. I forget the name of the people who made this game, but... good puns, good puns. I like how they saved the puns for the American character as well. Yeah, the Balalaika thing reminds me of, there was an RPG campaign I used to watch. Well, that used to exist. To be watched. On that roleplay channel I like. They're calling it the West Marches, which apparently is just a general term for a type of campaign, I guess, but it was being done as a very like dark fantasy, gritty kind of campaign with permadeath. Well, I guess technically D&D always has permadeath, but there's ways to resurrect, but they're difficult. But the DM starts off the campaign with, well, we're going to have a rotating cast, and if you die, you die. Too bad. See you later. And the guy who usually DMs campaigns I watch, Adam Coble, was a player in that one. And he played a character who was a dark priest kind of character. I forget exactly who his god was, or if it was even mentioned. But he was basically a Russian cleric who worshipped some sort of dark god. He wasn't really evil, or the character at least wasn't really evil, but he was definitely on the dark side of neutral, I guess. And he called himself Father Grigori. And he had a balalaika. And he once also cooked and ate the intestines of one of his enemies, so there's that. And that's what inspired the name of the Nethermancer I played when I was playing. When I played Earth Dawn, I called him Grigori, because he was a dark mage. I miss that. Earth Dawn is so much fun. I like how they have a class called Nethermancer, because it's like... it's basically necromancy, but it focuses more on spirits and otherworldly, like other outer planar situations. Not so much on zombies and skeletons and things. Although it does some of that. But it's also the best tool that people have to fight back against... basically, in Earth Dawn, there's a primary antagonist called the Horrors in the world, which is kind of a Lovecrafty thing in a way. Like, imagine the world has been beset upon by a whole bunch of weird, unique, horrible creatures that you might find in a Lovecraft story. And you have to find a way to survive and maybe get rid of some of them. So it's high fantasy setting. Lots of magic. But those guys are the best suited to fight the Horrors because they know the outer planar magic, so they understand the Horrors and they can help banish them. Or even just paralyze them. They study them, basically. So it's sort of like your paranormal investigator in a Call of Cthulhu game, maybe, who might learn some incantations to protect against the beasties. But this is more of a D&D-ish setting. Oh, the captain is here. Cool. Ah,
Doing my part.
do my part for motherland. America. I don't know how I'm doing my part for America while I'm in Russia. But I am somehow. Shut up. I'm missing knife. There it is. I was about to declare son of beach. Son of beach. Oh man, I can't crouch in this water, so I can't get through here. Another interesting thing about Earth Dawn is that it takes place on Earth somewhere approximately 6000 BC. And one of the fun things about that is the map of the area that you're in the game. The book never tells you where it is. But some rather observant people were able to recognize some of the land features. And figured out that it's... hold on a second. They were able to figure out that it takes place in southern Ukraine. Around the Death Sea, or the Black Sea area. Of course, in the game, things are a little different. And, Black Sea is not the Black Sea, it is Death Sea. And it is not full of water, it's full of lava. Because it is a source of elemental fire leaking into the world. And another fun fact for anybody who's familiar with Shadowrun, both games were originally created by the same company, FASA. And they are, in fact, the same storyline. So the games are linked. Linked and separated by approximately 7 or 8,000 years. So there are a few highly magical NPCs in Shadowrun, elves, dragons, and such, that existed in Earth Dawn, because they are immortal. But of course, FASA no longer has the intellectual property rights to Shadowrun because it got sold off to somebody else. So FASA had to, now FASA Games, what they're called. They had to come up with a replacement because they wanted to keep that link going. So they made a new game to replace it, which is called 1879. Which is essentially, it's a replacement for Shadowrun. It does a lot of the same things Shadowrun does, but 150 years earlier. So take the concept of magic returning to the world, but instead of happening in 2035 or whenever the year was, it happens in 1878 instead. So you've got, essentially, Victorian England steampunk Shadowrun. Which I think is a lot cooler. Even if they don't have cybernetics. But they have advanced technology faster than it did in the real world. So there are computers. There are weird steam tech things. There's a character class in the game that's basically a rigger. But instead of being a rigger, like instead of being somebody who makes technological drones the way we think of them nowadays, they make they're called the Brass Man, and they basically make clockwork critters, little gear and cog drone things. A Dwemer, yeah, kinda. So I've been in a campaign of that for a while. Actually, it's fun because the campaign is being GM'd by an employee of FASA Games, who I've made friends with. She's awesome. She's been GMing a campaign for a little while that we play on Thursdays around noon. Noon Eastern, anyway. What? Did he just knock himself off the ledge? Dumbass. What the hell is this? Look, Kai, they've got you on a poster. Yeah, we have an interesting team. We've got, now one difference from standard Shadowrun is that this game has character classes, which Shadowrun technically does not have. But this is based on the step system from Earthdawn, so it has a character class system. Go that way. So in our team we have a 2 humans, an elf, and a troll. We have a human big game hunter. So I mean, you should have this hat, not me. So you know they're a gun specialist. What just happened to you? Okay, and we also have a human weird scientist, which is an interesting class because they learn spells, but they don't cast spells. What they do is they learn a spell, and then they invent some sort of gadget. And then the gadget does the spell for them. So they could just straight up make a wand. Or they could make like a ray gun that does like a ray of fire spell, but as a ray gun, something. So they're like an magic artificer, combining technology and magic together. We got one of those in the team, and he's a very silly boy. We have an elf mage, so you're more stereotypical wizard type. And we have a troll soldier. So big brawny boy. Very tall, very strong, very durable. He's basically there to be the party's bodyguard, essentially. And that's my character. But I built him to have more brains and more dexterity than one would expect out of a big lumbering troll, so he surprises people sometimes. I figured there was a lot of magic in the team already, and they could use some brawn.
Kill the mutants, save the Earth.
I feel like that's a movie quote. Is that a movie quote? I think it might be. I think a brass band would have been interesting to play as well, but this is the first time I've been in a campaign. I didn't want to take one of the most complicated classes in the game right off the bat. I threw that knife in anticipation that he was going to jump in the room, and then he delayed. Maybe miss. What a jerk. Probably could have gone for a headshot on that last guy, but he was weakened anyway. Fuck him. But one thing I really like about this changeover from Shadowrun to 1879 is the game system itself, the mechanics. Because I always liked the Shadowrun story idea, but I always hated the game mechanics, because I don't like games that are based on, like, your stats give you a big pool of dice that you roll, and then you try to get a number of successes on each dice. I don't like that kind of system. I find it way too chaotic and swingy. I mean, this game can be too, I guess, but not to that extent. Why get to work, Captain? But 1879 uses the same game mechanics as Earthdawn does, which is one of my favorite game mechanics. Of the step system. I really like it. You get to use all the different types of dice. Yeah, it's making a simple thing more complicated than it needs to be, whereas it's actually pretty simple for Earthdawn. Like, sure, the dice you're rolling change all the time, but if you're on a computer, all you need to do is put in a number value and then you're done. So for the way it works, basically think of going up a type of die to be a step, and then you just get a step value for what your stats are, and you roll this step. There's a chart that tells you what each step is, but it progresses logically. Like at the low levels, for example, step 4, for example, is 1d6. Then step 5 is a d8. Step 6 is a d10. Then it goes from D10 to D12, and then D12 changes to 2D6, because your maximum is the same, but you're going to get a better average in the middle. Then it goes D6 plus a D8, 2D8, D8 plus a D10, 2D10, D10 plus a D12, etc., etc. Oh, maybe I can go this way. And there's things that can modify what step you're using as well. But it's all very simple. Like, you just, all your stats basically everything derives from steps. So it's just a nice universal system. It's easy to fudge things. It's easy to make approximations as well, because the way it's set up, the average roll you can expect to get on each step is either equal to step number or within 1 point of it. So, like, for example, you roll a d12, your average on that is supposed to be 6.5, and that's step 7. So you can kind of estimate what your expected result is going to be most of the time, and you can fudge from there. If you're the GM, and you need to figure out, okay, what's What's this guy's stat going to be for this? Well, I want him to be about this good, so that's the step he'll be. Easy. With the one complication that anytime you roll a maximum on one of your dice, it explodes, which means you roll the die again and add it together. Which is another reason why 2d6 is better than 1d12. Because it's easier to max out a d6 than it is to max out a d12. It's the captain! Thought I'd found something, but I didn't. Oh. Didn't notice that. It's a very fun system, and another thing the system does that I like is you don't just level up like you do in D&D, like here's some XP, oh you got enough XP, now you level up and all your stuff gets better. What happens is you still get XP, but it's currency. Then you spend it to make your stuff better. So you choose, okay, I want to make this skill better, now I want to make that skill better, now I want to make this attribute better. And then once you've increased enough of your skills, then you are considered to have leveled up. But the only thing the level up does is give you access to a new group of skills.
Take a dirt nap.
It's kind of like Skyrim leveling, except that it's not directly related to how often you've used the thing. Although there is a rule that says that if you want to increase one of your skills, you have to have used it since the last time you increased it. But the number of usages don't determine how fast they go up. But it's related. But I like that free form. Bye.
Oh, my rifle got jammed. You again?
Yes, me. Lance Corporal Samuel Taylor, U.S. Marine Corps.
Well, thank you, Uncle Sam. Edward Baranov, ex-captain.
Glad to meet you, Ed. How'd you end up in this mess?
This is one of my ports. Usually the traps downstairs were enough. The Fuglies here know well enough to stay away. Let's go before some more arrive.
That's probably a good idea.
Stupid beasts. You kill a bunch, but they just keep coming.
Whose voice is that? Are you talking about the captain? Or my guy? Because I don't know who the captain is. But my guy is Sam from the main campaign, and we know who that is already.
Help me move this, Sam. You got it? Come on! Oh, we did it.
But Doggo, you have to specify which character you're asking about the voice of.
Sign means I'm alive. So, where was I? Ah, yes.
Me or that guy?
Then the bandits from the cinema decided to throw a party for the local gang bosses. And think far enough ahead to chase a pack of
My guy,
families
Steve
away
Bloom.
from the ruins next door for extra security. So the poor mutants arrived here and got sandwiched between the bandits and the other packs in the vicinity. The only way open for them was up. I could beat them, but that gem...
You're welcome. I've been looking for you.
Did you talk to Tom?
Yeah. He suggests a deal.
Yes, he's fond of those.
And I bet the deal's a lot better for him than for you, am I right? Of course I am.
Damn.
That's how these things go.
I hate being old.
Hey, somebody here likes those Russian gymnasts too.
Almost there. right, my own personal savior. Let's set sail. Come aboard. We have a long way to go.
You have any cool stuff I can have? You don't have anything. You suck. How good's an ally if I can't rob him blind?
Tell me, Ed, what happened here during the war? Doesn't look like the city took any direct hits. So why is it in such a state?
Yeah, there were no direct hits. The warheads fell into the sea, all in a neat little line. My sub didn't even shoot. All the targets were destroyed without our help. We called the base for orders, but there was no reply. The base was hit naturally, so we sailed here. That's where the HQ was. When we reached the city, we couldn't recognize it. It was even worse back then, of course. Just the smell alone. There were very few survivors, and frankly, we were surprised to find any. We picked them up from the roofs, organized somehow, and ended up settling in the dock. The place ended up pretty cozy. At least we had no problem with electricity, with the reactors running. And by the time they ran out of fuel, we had a floating power station ready. All this luxury ended up generating rumors. So the bandits started coming by to check us out. Finally, one day Tom arrived, with an offer of uniting our forces and setting up an effective defense perimeter. That bastard.
How dare he?
Sniper, get down!
Ow.
Did he get you?
I'm fine. Keep your head down.
Rude. Whoa. Oh, whoa, where am I going? I wasn't pushing anything, I just started sliding down the boat.
Are you sure? Go get him then.
Okay. I thought you were going to give me a sniper rifle for a second there, but guess not. Also, I'm annoyed that this damage is still on me. I got hurt during a cutscene and they're actually making me keep the damage. Ugh. Yeah, game forgot how to do physics for a second. I lost all friction with the boat. Don't know what I just picked up, but I'll take it. I mean, I guess I already took it, didn't I? So, that goes without saying.
Many freaks around.
Any non-zero number of freaks is too many. What's going on here? It's weird. Also, I guess I'm being hunted now? That's nice. Maybe you guys can piss off the zombies and fight them for me. The ghoulies. Fuglies. Whatever the hell you want to call them. Oh, am I gonna get that guy's sniper rifle then? Is that the idea here? Well, you'll see me when I decide to let you see them. Which I mean never, because I'm gonna stab you in the back. Or knife you in the face, I guess. One or the other. Marika! Oh. Hi. How you doing? Buddy, come on in. It's safe. Your friend hasn't said a word of alarm. It's okay. Give him the gentle internal tickle in the neck with the end of my knife? Yeah, exactly. Alright, this guy's not leaving, so... I missed. Alright. Going loud then. Yeah. Oh, surprise for me, I guess. I'm missing knife. And there's the one that bounced off the wall, but there was one that went in the water too. There it is, I see it. Okay, back to 5. Ow.
Feel better already.
Alright. I don't think there's any other way over. So we're gonna have to play, play hide and go seek with this guy's sniper rifle. Fuck. We got in a cage over there. Ow. Is that thing on a treadmill? Are you using that thing as a fucking generator? Because that's pretty cool.
You're really getting on my nerves now.
Yeah? Too bad.
Come on now.
Damn it. Ow. Man, damage is so nasty in this game. Almost like it's trying to be a little realistic or something. No, it's not a generator, it's just being an idiot. I don't think I got him yet, did I? Not shooting anymore, though. Kinky. Threaten me with a good time, pal.
Looks like nothing in the end.
Nope, nothing here.
Did you lock the door?
Ignore the red laser beam.
Did you barricade it? No, why the hell? Why? Because we don't want the fucker getting in, that's why! Ah! He's not getting in anyway! That lock is really solid! Solid or not?
What a liar, he didn't lock it.
You got it? Yeah! I got it!
A lot of alarms, though. I didn't even see a single one of those items I picked up. I'm just like, well, I'll point this way and there's a prompt, I'll take it. Fuck. I don't think he saw me, though. We're both idiots. I can live with that.
Here, I'm fucking sure it was here. Hey, what's that? There was some movement here, I'm fucking sure.
Nah, you're imagining things, bud.
I did not see shit.
It's true, you didn't.
I did not see nothing either. How's it going? Found the fucker yet? We're looking, we're looking!
Yeah. That's cute. Classy. All right. I don't know how much noise this is gonna make. You know what? Let's sneak around outside. Fuck it. Not make any noise. Do a little sneaky breaky. Sneaky bleep. Hey, buddy. You're about to get it. About to get it. As soon as I find out where you went. Probably over there. Somewhere. There you are. Unless you're somebody else.
Why the hell should we all be around here? This just gives me the creeps. No profit in sight.
I'm not sure what that symbol means when it's a halfway faded lock. Does that mean I can open it quiet, or I don't know. Hey guys, nobody see me, okay?
All right, I'll have a smoke and go back to pretending to be busy.
Good plan.
There's no way.
Oh, the wound's still there. Brody. Nice hat, though. Can I have it? Nice hat.
This just doesn't feel right. We should all just go back home.
What's up with the green horse?
Nothing there.
This is where I came in, isn't it? This is when I had the dotted symbol on it that I didn't recognize.
Guys, what the fuck is that? Come that fast.
Oh, it means it won't open, okay. Oh, I think it means one-way door. That's why it's half faded and half good. It opens from the other side, but not this side. Pizza soon, doggo. Again? Awesome. I had some the other day, so I'm happy. Hi. Ooh, Weird Al lives here. Hey, buddy. Nope, he didn't. He ain't found shit. Well, I guess he found a knife, but he didn't get to keep it. The padded door seems questionable. Oh, squelch. All right. Before we step into wherever this guy's hiding, let's have a quick break.